Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. Today I wanted to start by giving this little guy his 15 seconds of fame. This is my dog Bizu, and today is his 11th birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. He's the best. So have you ever walked through a model home and thought, I absolutely love this one, only to realize after moving in, it wasn't really designed for your lifestyle? It happens more often than you think. When people are shopping in Del Webb, they're usually comparing square footage. Maybe they want a 2-bedroom, maybe they want a 3-bedroom, or they automatically assume that bigger is better. After helping people buy in the Charleston area, I've realized something really important. The best floor plans aren't always the biggest. They're the ones that suit your lifestyle. Today, we're going to compare all of the floor plans that Del Webb has to offer in the Charleston area. We will compare them side by side. We'll figure out who each one is designed for. And I'm even going to tell you which one I would choose if I was moving here. By the end of this video series, you're going to know exactly which floor plans you want to tour and which ones you can cross off your list. Let's get started.
Hey y'all! Welcome to Charleston. We're so glad you're here. I'm Courtney Cretley.
And I'm Alicia Smith, and we're your favorite realtors. Please like and subscribe to our channel,
where we're going to show you all things Charleston. Before we talk about floor plans, let's talk about why Del Webb has become one of the most recognizable names in active adult living. One thing I hear from buyers all the time is, I don't want to move somewhere that feels like a retirement community. And honestly, neither do most of my clients. Today's Del Webb communities are designed around living, not slowing down. You have resort-style amenities, clubs, fitness classes, social events, walking trails, pools, tennis, pickleball, and neighbors who are often in the same stage of life. Many residents tell me they have a busier social calendar after moving than they did before. And because lawn maintenance is generally handled for you, your weekends become your own again. That means less mowing, less landscaping, less maintenance, more traveling, more golf, more family, and more enjoying Charleston. If convenience is your priority, Nexton is hard to beat. Within just a few minutes, you can reach restaurants, Publix, Harris Teeter, medical offices, coffee shops, downtown Summerville, Interstate 26, Charleston International Airport. Everything feels close. The community itself also feels mature. Trees have grown, landscaping is established, neighborhoods feel finished. For buyers who want everything nearby, this is usually my recommendation. And as you can see from this drone footage, the new amenities are well underway in Del Webb at Nexton. There will be a pool front restaurant, as well as an indoor gymnasium with walking track and more room for sports and indoor concerts. Here is also drone footage of the new lots that are currently available at Del Webb Nexton. So this community is more than halfway completed. However, there are still lots available to build on. Now let's head toward Point Hope. This community has a completely different personality. Instead of suburban convenience, you're surrounded by marsh views, beautiful wetlands, large oak trees, coastal scenery, and a master plan community that is continuing to grow. You also have relatively quick access to Daniel Island, Mount Pleasant, downtown Charleston, Isle of Palms, Sullivan's Island. If you picture yourself spending weekends at the beach or downtown, Point Hope starts making a lot of sense. So how should you choose a floor plan? Here's something I tell every buyer. Stop asking, how many bedrooms do I need? And instead ask, how do I actually spend my days? Think about, do grandchildren visit? Do you cook? Do you work remotely? Do you entertain? Do you have hobbies? Do you travel? Do you want one office or two? Those answers matter much more than square footage. So let's dive in and start talking about Del Webb's Scenic Collection. These are Del Webb's entry-level homes, but don't let that fool you. They're some of the smartest layouts Del Webb builds. First up is the Contour. The Contour is the smallest home Del Webb offers, and surprisingly, it's also one of the most efficient. From the curb, you'll notice a charming exterior that feels welcoming without being oversized. It's ideal for buyers who don't want to spend their weekends maintaining a large property. As you walk through the front door, one of the first things you'll notice is the absence of wasted space. There aren't long hallways or formal rooms that rarely get used. The home opens into a bright, connected living area where the kitchen, dining space, and gathering room all flow together. If you're someone who likes to cook while talking with guests, or you simply enjoy an open concept home that feels connected, the Contour accomplishes that very well. The owner's suite sits privately toward the rear of the home, giving you separation from the guest bedroom near the front. That layout is ideal if family or friends stay overnight because everyone has their own space. One of my favorite aspects of the Contour is that it doesn't feel like a compromise. It feels intentional. Every square foot has a purpose. Now there are a few trade-offs. Storage is more limited than in larger floor plans. And if your family visits frequently or you're someone with multiple hobbies that require dedicated rooms, you may find yourself wishing for a bit more flexibility. And that could be where the second floor loft comes into play. It has an extra bedroom, bathroom, and hobby room or loft space. So who do I recommend the Contour for? Couples who travel often, snowbirds, buyers looking for a low-maintenance lifestyle, or anyone who simply wants a beautiful home without paying for space they won't use. If your goal is to spend more time enjoying Charleston than maintaining a house, the Contour deserves serious consideration. Next up is the compass, and if I had to describe this floor plan in one word, it would be flexibility. The compass is only slightly larger than the contour, but don't let the square footage fool you. That additional space completely changes how this home functions. As soon as you walk through the front door, you'll notice a dedicated flex room. For many buyers, this room is the reason they choose the compass. I've seen homeowners use it as a home office, a fitness room, a craft room, a library, or even a TV room where the grandkids can spread out with toys and games while the adults enjoy the main living area. One of the things I love most about this layout is that Del Webb didn't simply make every room bigger. They added space where people actually use it. The home opens into a bright, spacious living area that immediately feels welcoming. The kitchen is larger than the one you'll find in the contour, and that extra space makes a noticeable difference. You'll typically have additional cabinetry, more countertop space for meal prep, and a larger island that naturally becomes the gathering place for family and friends. Because if you've ever hosted guests, you know everyone somehow ends up standing in the kitchen, and the compass embraces that reality beautifully. The kitchen flows directly into the dining area and great room, creating one open space that's perfect for everyday living as well as entertaining. Toward the back of the home, you'll find the owner's suite, which is thoughtfully separated from the guest bedroom. That privacy becomes especially valuable when family visits or when overnight guests stay for several days. The owner's bedroom is generously sized and easily accommodates a king-size bed with room for additional furniture. The ensuite bathroom features dual vanities, a walk-in shower, and a spacious walk-in closet that offers more storage than many buyers expect in a home this size. One thing I always encourage buyers to do when touring this home is to stop for a moment in the middle of the great room and imagine where their furniture will go. Can you picture movie nights, hosting friends for dinner, decorating for Christmas? The compass has enough space to make those moments comfortable without feeling oversized. And as always with Del Webb, you're able to add a loft onto this floor plan. So if I had a client deciding between the contour and the compass, I recommend the compass more often than not. Why? Because the downstairs flex room can be configured as a third bedroom. So if you regularly host multiple overnight guests or know you'll want a dedicated third bedroom on the first floor, you may eventually outgrow the compass. But for many couples, this is the perfect balance of space, comfort, and affordability. Now let's talk about the Hallmark, and this is where I think Del Webb really begins to hit its stride. The Hallmark is one of those floor plans that consistently surprises buyers. On paper, it doesn't seem dramatically larger than the compass, but the moment you walk inside, it feels noticeably more spacious. Why? Because of how the square footage is distributed. The first thing you'll notice is the openness. The main living area feels wider, the ceilings seem to stretch higher, and there's an overall sense of breathing room that makes the home feel far larger than the actual numbers suggest. The kitchen is truly the heart of this home. The oversized island creates the perfect place for casual meals, entertaining guests, or simply sitting with a cup of coffee while planning your day. I always tell clients that if they enjoy cooking or even just being around people while meals are prepared, they're gonna love this layout. The additional cabinet space is another major upgrade over the smaller floor plans. The owner's suite also feels like a significant step up. The bedroom is spacious without feeling oversized, and the bathroom offers a more luxurious feel with dual sinks, a generous shower, and an oversized walk-in closet. Guests still enjoy their own private bedroom near the front of the home, giving everyone a comfortable amount of separation. Open the outside doors or sliders, and the transition between indoors and outdoors almost disappears. It's easy to imagine hosting neighbors for happy hour, enjoying dinner outside on a cool evening, or simply reading a book while overlooking your backyard. The dining area flows seamlessly into the great room, making the entire back half of the home feel connected. Large windows bring in abundant natural light, creating a bright and inviting atmosphere throughout the day. Storage is something buyers often overlook during a quick tour, but after living in a home for several years, you'll appreciate every extra cabinet and pantry shelf. So what I love, if someone tells me they're looking to downsize but don't want their new home to feel small, the Hallmark is one of the very first floor plans I recommend. It offers an excellent combination of comfort, functionality, and low maintenance while still feeling open and inviting. But some things to consider. The Hallmark is ideal for couples and occasional guests. However, if your children or grandchildren stay with you frequently, or you're looking for 3 larger dedicated bedrooms, you'll probably want to continue exploring the larger homes in Del Webb's distinctive collection. And for my recommendation, for many buyers, I consider the Hallmark to be the sweet spot in Del Webb's Scenic Collection. It's large enough to entertain comfortably, small enough to easily maintain, and thoughtfully designed in a way that simply feels good to live in. If your goal is to simplify without feeling like you've sacrificed anything, the Hallmark deserves a spot at the very top of your list. Now that we've covered the Scenic Collection, we're moving into what I consider the heart of Del Webb's lineup. In the next episode, we'll tour the Mainstay, Prosperity, Palmery, Mystique, and Prestige. Homes that offer more flexibility, larger entertaining spaces, and some of my favorite layouts for buyers who expect frequent guests or want room to grow.
Bye, everybody.